Okay? The instinctive and moving center work on the same frequency. I don't know if you know this, but they're two sides to the same larger center, if you will.
Right.
If your instinctive center is telling you to nap, do it.
Yeah.
Okay. If your
Okay.
if your moving center is telling you, well, instinctive center is telling you to eat, do it. If your moving
Right.
center is telling you something, do it. All I'm trying to do is connect you to that H48, hydrogen 48 level, so that then
Yeah.
you can build up again. Now, this brings me to something I've said in the past, which has to do with a person can only contain uh, what their level of being is, right?
Yes.
And so you take the example of a cup, for instance, right? I can't just keep pouring something into this cup because it just won't hold it.
Yeah.
But unlike a cup, we're kind of electrically made of something elastic. It's technically called the plastic mediator, but that doesn't matter at this point. But we're stretchable. Okay. So fill you up, get that cath star so overloaded that you just need to take a half hour nap. Fine. All right.
Yeah.
When you come out of it, or whatever the case is, uh, it's time to start to stretch a little bit, I think,
Yes.
because then your beings will become electrically bigger. You can take more. I mean, we've gotten into some pretty big stuff today, and I can see you're all got that, look about you. Now, I can
Yeah.
keep going for another 8 hours if you want, but you won't handle it. Let's get there,
Yeah.
to that level of being, okay?
Yeah.
This work is stretching. No one ever said this was going to be easy stuff anyway, did I? Never promised that. Right? It's not on the website. The easiest path you've ever taken. Actually, it's probably the most difficult of the ways. You got the way of the moving center, martial arts, and certain types of yoga. Yeah, you got the way of the emotional center, prayer and devotion, love, service to others. You got the third way, which is thinking. Memorize the entire sutras, all 10,000, of them, or whatever the case is. The Vedas, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like literally, there's people out there that have done that. Can you imagine? But you see, those are the three ways. Those are difficult, definitely. Physical way, right? Beat your body with or wear a hair shirt or those things around the leg that they do.
Salith. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are difficult ways. This is the most difficult because you do all three simultaneously, except there's no injury involved. Is you get a person who enters one of these ways and they spend 10, 20, 30 years, in a certain position, for example, or reciting sutras or um, exuding emotions constantly. And their emotional center or physical center or, sorry, moving center or thinking center is so developed, but it left the other two behind. Yeah. And so then it's time to take them to another school, get them to where they can think like a normal human being, for example. And that's another 20, 30 years. By that point in time, if they started when they were, kids, they're 65. And then it's time to take them to another school where they get the rest of it. And, by that point in time, they're 100 if they make it. They don't. And so then they have this kind of lopsided crystallized astral form. They reincarnate and try again. And hopefully they don't choose the same way because it just makes matters worse. But we don't do it that way. We have this magic pill that we do all three simultaneously.